Okay, this time I'm going to show you how to use the TI-84 to calculate mean and median using using a frequency table. So here's a frequency table where each of the categories is only a single whole number. Okay, these are the simpler ones. So the IB grade could be a 1, it could be a 2, it could all the way be a 7. How many people got each grade? Well, look at the frequency column, that's how many people got each grade. So let's figure out what the mean grade is from this table, okay? And usually you would do that using a formula, which is this formula here. It would be kind of tedious. You would have to multiply each number times the grade, and then you would add them all up, and then you would divide them by the total number of students. And you can actually just enter all these numbers into the TI-84 and then it'll do it for you. So we'll go into Stat and edit just like last time. Let's use new columns so that we don't have to erase our old data. So we'll use L3. On L3 I'm going to put in grades 1 through 7. So I'll put 1, and I'll put 2, and 3, 4, 5. They don't have to be in order like this, of course, but the 1 needs to go with the frequency that it corresponds to. So in L4 I'm going to put the frequency numbers. So the first number is 1, so there was one person that got a 1, and there was 6 people that got a 2, and there were 19 people that got a 3. Enter. There were 34 people that got a 4. There were 32 people that got a 5. And there were 18 people that got a 6. And there were 10 people that got 7. Okay, and now we just do the same thing as last time. We do stat, calc, one of our stats, and the grades are in L1, L3 actually. I put it in L3. Okay, and then the frequency list is the frequency column, which we put in L4. And then we go down to calculate. Okay, so the mean grade was a 4.53, and the median grade is a 4.5. So it must have just fallen right between 4 and 5, and so they had to average the grades. Okay, so how many total people were there? Well, it adds that up too. It's the N here. There's 120 people here. And so the 60, well, I guess the 60th person and the 61st person, they straddled 4 and 5. That's why the median ended up being 4.5. Okay? The mode, on a frequency table, it's really easy to find the mode because it's just the biggest frequency, which is 34, so the mode is 4. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to do one with a grouped frequency table, which is a little bit more complicated. Let's do this one here. So let's go into stat, edit again, stat, edit, and let's see how many more columns. I have list 5 and list 6. Let's use those so I don't have to erase anything. Well, no, let me show you how to erase stuff because maybe you don't know. You go up to L1 and you do clear, enter. Do you see how I cleared out the list by doing that? Clear. Make sure you don't do delete, because if you do delete, it deletes the list, and then you'd have to do some more stuff to get it back. Okay, so we go back to list 1, and I'm going to put in, instead of putting 20 or 22, what I'm going to do is put what's exactly in the middle of 20 and 22, because when you take a mean of the data in a grouped frequency table, it's a little bit tricky because you don't actually know these two cheetahs here. You don't know if they took 20, you don't know if they took 22, you don't know if they took 21. We've lost that data by putting them in a grouped frequency table. So the best you can do is say, well, between 20 and 22, there's 21. It's like right in the middle. So I'm going to take the average of the lower boundary and the upper boundary, which is going to be 21, and I'm going to use that as a representative number for these two cheetahs, even though that's not their real time. I'm going to use 21. It's because it's the best guess. It's in the middle. Okay? So I'm going to put 21, I'm going to put 23, I'm going to put 25, etc. So I'm going to put 21, and I'm going to put 23, I'm going to put 25, and I'm going to put 27, and I'm going to put 29, 31, and I'm going to go all the way to 33. Okay? Then I go to the next column, and now I'm going to put the frequencies in, which are 2, and 5, and 8, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, so now I'm going to do stat, calculate one var stats, and the first column, which is the list itself, is going to be oops, sorry about that, it's L1 actually, L1, so I do second L1, and then the frequency list is in L2, because remember I cleaned out those two and I used those. Now I do calculate. Okay, so the cheetah that, or the mean time that cheetahs take to cover 50 kilometers is going to be x bar, which is 25.88 minutes. Okay, so it would be somewhere around here. And of course that's not an exact mean because we've lost the exact numbers that these frequencies correspond with, so it's an estimated mean. So if you see, it says calculate an estimate of the mean time taken, because we can't calculate an actual mean. Write down the modal class. Well, the modal class is the class that takes that has the most cheetahs in that category, which would be this one. It would be 8, right? 8 cheetahs in 24 to 25 6. And we can calculate the median here. It would be 25, but it's it just means that the middle cheetah is in this class. Okay? That's it. Thank you.